I just think for future planning, it's better if it's Shedeur. Get the numbers from this game, and then we can really lay out this is what he did well. And there are a couple things. I said, find me a couple things that he does really well.
Jason Lloyd, a name many of us remember for his relentless criticism of Shedeur Sanders, has finally backtracked. For months, he and others in the media spread negativity about Sanders' potential, insisting time and again that he wasn't the right fit for the quarterback position. Despite Shedeur's consistent performance, they stuck to their narrative, pushing an agenda that was clearly far from the truth. But now, after all the talk, after all the doubts, Jason Lloyd has come forward and admitted what we all knew was coming. Shedeur Sanders is indeed the future, and it's a great move for the Browns to have him as their franchise quarterback. Jason Lloyd was completely misrepresenting Shedeur Sanders' skills on the field. Before the last game, he insisted that Sanders struggled with throwing into tight windows, lacked game awareness, and didn't know when to release the ball. According to Lloyd, Shedeur could only connect with wide-open receivers. These claims were a part of a broader narrative pushing doubts about Sanders' abilities. Now, after his impressive performances, it's clear that those statements were far from accurate. Let's hear what he had to say.
Well, tell me, he still doesn't know how to flip protections. He doesn't know when he's hot. He doesn't know what he's looking at. He can only throw to wide-open receivers. He doesn't make tight window throws. He doesn't throw guys open. This is not the answer.
And in just one game, Shedeur Sanders proved Jason Lloyd completely wrong. In a showdown against the Steelers, one of the toughest teams, Sanders made a pinpoint throw to Harold Fannin, who was tightly covered by two defenders. With remarkable precision, Shedeur threaded the needle, leading to an instant touchdown. In that single play, Jason Lloyd's criticism was shattered, and it was clear that Sanders' abilities were far beyond what he had claimed. This wasn't just a one-time thing. Jason Lloyd kept downplaying Shedeur Sanders' abilities, claiming he wasn't the answer and didn't have the command to lead a team. Despite Shedeur not even playing with the first-team players, he was still making plays, and Jason continued to throw tantrums and express his disdain. It was clear that Lloyd had an agenda. He wanted to ensure that the Browns would never consider Sanders as their franchise quarterback. While Jason Lloyd continued to spread lies about Shedeur Sanders, he was also pushing an agenda for Dillon Gabriel, claiming that Gabriel was better at managing plays. He even went so far as to say that Dillon would perform better with this offense. It was clear that Lloyd hadn't even seen Gabriel play at the level Shedeur had. The reality is, Gabriel wasn't even close to matching the impressive performances Shedeur Sanders has been putting on in these games. Let's listen to what he had to say. Jason Lloyd was hyping up Dillon Gabriel, despite the fact that Gabriel couldn't even make basic throws accurately during his games. He struggled to throw a straight pass and often couldn't even see his receivers properly while attempting to throw. Yet, Lloyd continued to praise him and push this narrative. It was clear that Gabriel wasn't delivering at the level required, but Lloyd was still running his agenda, ignoring Gabriel's flaws in favor of pushing his own story. Shedeur Sanders knew better than to get caught up in what Jason Lloyd or any critic had to say. He understood that the game was about the team, and as long as he focused on delivering, the rest would follow. In the game against the Titans, Shedeur stepped up when it mattered most. With the Browns trailing 13-3 in the second half, he orchestrated a comeback, leading the offense down the field and throwing for 364 yards and 4 touchdowns. His performance not only brought the team back into the fight, but also demonstrated his ability to stay calm under pressure and deliver when his team needed him most. The following week against the Raiders, Shedeur proved once again why he's the future of the Browns offense. After trailing 10-7 at halftime, Sanders threw for over 206 yards and 3 touchdowns, bringing the Browns to a 24-10 victory. His composure, coupled with his pinpoint accuracy, helped close the gap and turn the game in their favor. Shedeur's leadership was evident in both games, showcasing his ability to manage the offense and execute plays that put his team in a winning position, regardless of what the media had to say. After Shedeur Sanders' impressive performances, including his comebacks against the Titans and Raiders, Browns GM Andrew Berry made it clear that Sanders would be their next franchise quarterback. Berry, recognizing Shedeur's leadership and ability to deliver under pressure, personally went into the locker room to congratulate him, This act of recognition solidified the Browns' commitment to Shedeur, signaling the beginning of a new era for the team with Sanders at the helm. To further confirm this decision, Browns owner Jimmy Haslam met with Deion Sanders, Shedeur's father, effectively ending any lingering speculations about Shedeur's future with the team. Haslam's meeting with Deion was a clear indication that the Browns are fully backing Shedeur as their franchise quarterback, solidifying the organization's belief in his potential to lead the team for years to come. As Shedeur Sanders continued to prove his critics wrong with his on-field performances, Jason Lloyd couldn't ignore the truth any longer, with his previous agenda of downplaying Shedeur's abilities clearly falling apart. Lloyd began backtracking on his earlier statements. He admitted that Shedeur deserved the praise and recognition he was receiving, acknowledging that the young quarterback had earned his spot as the Browns' future. Lloyd, once adamant in his criticism, was now forced to accept that Sanders had proven himself time and again. In the end, Shedeur Sanders has shown the world exactly what he is capable of, despite the noise and criticism surrounding him. Jason Lloyd, along with others in the media, tried to push an agenda that questioned Sanders' abilities, dismissing him as a potential franchise quarterback. They claimed that he lacked the skills to throw in tight windows, lacked game awareness, and could only connect with wide-open receivers. As the season progressed, however, it became increasingly clear that these critiques were unfounded. Shedeur's performances against teams like the Titans and the Raiders demonstrated his ability to lead a team under pressure, showing remarkable poise, accuracy, and an innate understanding of the game. His ability to rally his team back from deficits in critical moments silenced the doubters. With his undeniable talent, Shedeur quickly became the center of attention, and the Browns management had no choice but to recognize his potential. Andrew Berry, the Browns GM, wasted no time in affirming that Sanders would be their next franchise quarterback, personally congratulating him in the locker room. This support was further solidified when Browns' owner Jimmy Haslam met with Deion Sanders, Shedeur's father, confirming that the team was fully committed to their new leader. Meanwhile, Jason Lloyd, seeing his agenda unravel before his eyes, was forced to backtrack on his earlier statement. He admitted that Shedeur deserved the recognition and praise, acknowledging that the young quarterback had proven himself time and again. What started as a campaign of doubt turned into a complete reversal, with Lloyd conceding to the undeniable truth. Shedeur Sanders is the future of the Cleveland Browns. The narrative has shifted, and now all eyes are on the young quarterback as he takes the reins of the team, ready to lead them to new heights. What do you think about Shedeur Sanders' rise to becoming the Browns' franchise quarterback? Do you believe that his performances against tough teams like the Titans and Raiders were enough to silence the critics? Or there's still more to prove? How do you feel about the way Jason Lloyd initially downplayed Shedeur's abilities and then had to backtrack on his statements? With the Browns management fully backing Sanders now, do you think he has what it takes to lead the team to long-term success? Let us know your thoughts.